talk about norms of what are the gender norms for moms and dads as far as taking care of children? What are those norms? And do Cathy and Todd fit in those norms?
I guess the most obvious gender norms is typically, and again, this is generally speaking, a lot of times the moms are more engaged with the day-to-day activities of their children. There's a lot of caregiving expectations that I think women are expected to do. Men do them, but they often do them with a lot more praise because it's praise. Less expected. It's a lot of the things that we hear about. A mom takes the kids to school in the morning and everyone's, hi, you're here, you're dropping off the kids. And if the dad takes the kids to school, there's a lot of, wow, look at dad bringing the kids. So even if we try to divide and do things in a more balanced way, and again, this isn't heteronormative, this is male, there's a man woman in a relationship, that's what we're talking about. Even if we try to divide and do it in a way that's balanced, I still feel like men get a lot more credit and there's more of an expectation that women do it.
Yeah. But it's funny. We just celebrated Thanksgiving and we're in Italy. So we didn't have the traditional Thanksgiving dinner.
Mm-hmm.
But usually we're in Seattle. Correct. And we all partner up and clean up that Thanksgiving cleanup is typically a lot. You get the turkey, you got all the different dishes. Mm-hmm. And would you say that is an equal opportunity evening as far as the cleanup?
It has been, but there's also been years where you guys bailed and the women did it all. Yeah. Remember when you guys went downstairs?
Did that 2 years ago. Yeah.
And I was like, you guys totally left when it was like time to clean up.
We did do that. That was an outlier, but typically speaking, we do that together, the five of us, me, you, John, Shane, and Kathleen.
Typically, I think that has been something though. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it. Yes.
And I just wonder, like, it's a good litmus test for somebody listening who just had Thanksgiving, because we're recording this in early December, or are about to walk into the holidays. Because I know that when I was growing up, my mom and their Norwegian women would go crazy in the kitchen and do all of it. And all of us boys and dads would sit around and I don't know what we would do, but we certainly wouldn't do that.
Watch the football game, whatever. Right. Yeah, there is. And a lot of times, like there are times there's like a lot of layers to this because say even now, even if we get food, we get carry out because I'm not someone who enjoys really preparing meals that much. So we eat and then it's time to clean up. And sometimes there's a lot of, I'll help. And sometimes it's just more difficult to have you there. It's not about you, Todd, is a problem, but there's a lot of like, where does this go? Or you want the sink and so sometimes I'm just like, let me do it. And not because, oh, ouch.
Back up, sweetie.
Oh, back.
Did you say, where does this go?
Yeah.
I know where everything goes. I'm not saying I'm the best husband, but I know where stuff goes.
Okay.
Now, I will also say that you like cleaning up the kitchen, I think, because you get to zone out and listen to your whatever podcast you're on. No?
That is what I do, but it's not like I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to clean the kitchen. I listen to a podcast to make it go faster.
True. I just feel like there's times when I'm like, all right, I'm going to do the kitchen or whatever. And you're like, no, everybody get out. Let me this is my time.
Because I don't want to do it with you because then I have to talk to you and I love you. But there's a point in time where I'm like, okay, now I just want to get things done.
So it's like your Cal God takeaway. No,
correct. Like moment. Just everybody go so I can do this, but I don't. It's this whole conversation, like these gender norms, it's very challenging because I think that there's a lot of expectation and then also a lot of, and you're not doing this right now, by the way, Todd, I'm not trying to this is not about you, but then there's a lot of frustration at women for doing things. Like if you don't want it to be that way, then you change it.
Yeah.
If you really want help, then ask for it. And there's a lot of expectation and things have to be done. And then there's a lot of, I will do the dishes, but I'll do them in the morning when I want to. And that doesn't work necessarily.
Yeah, you want to wake up to a nice
want to wake
kitchen.
up to start. And it's not because we need cleanliness. It's because we need organization.
Yeah.
We have to start another day.
Yeah.
And so when someone's like, don't worry about it, I'll do it the way I want to do it. But that doesn't work with the community you live in, right? It's not about the micromanaging. I think that these conversations are really interesting. And I think we have to not live in which you and I never do, not live on the surface of it, of you like to clean the kitchen. That's why you do it. And I do this and I mow the lawn and you clean the house. Some of those gender norms you and I fall into.